Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Did you notice this crazy shirt? Well, it's going to kind of introduce my guest for the day. You know, it's a little bold. You know, I'm a little shy and unassuming, but it's actually a dollar bill that's been largely printed on my shirt. If you see the back of it, $1. That's all I'm worth these days. But anyway, it's a fashion statement and it's about money, and I'm going to introduce you to my guest today. I have Verlin Mackey. He is a fashion designer, and he has some great things he's going to share with us today. So fashion. And I have the wonderful Mr. Michael Harley from F&M Bank. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes, get it, bank money. So
perfect.
Yeah, I spelled it out for you. You didn't have to think about it. Anyway, Michael, you are here today. We're going to talk about empowering the younger generation.
Yes.
F&M Bank is more than just a lending institution or a savings institution. You guys are community driven, as we've talked about before, and you guys are so involved that you start from the ground up. You work with kids.
With us, it is all about the relationship. It really is. And it's been a refreshing change for me. I have a background in the larger banks, and to be with a bank such as F&M, it's really special because I can spend the time that I need to with the individual customer. For instance, I have, just as you started with the young people, I know some of your viewers out there have grandchildren or possibly children that are looking to start businesses and don't know where to start. And one of the things that I like to tell people, and I just had a young man in my office just a couple of days ago, and I said, you've got to build your own personal board of directors right up front. You know, you need a banker, you need a realtor, you need a good attorney, you need a business owner that you know and you trust that can guide you through the jungle and the forest of ownership. And I help people see that. And I think what drives that in me is when I was a child, my parents my parents were both disabled. Okay. And they were young and their marriage didn't survive. But I was blessed with wonderful step-parents. Now, I had this dichotomy existence. My mom married a successful businessman that I love very much to this day. And my father married my stepmother who took exemplary care of him. But for a long time, because of my dad's paralysis and being in a wheelchair, he lived hand to mouth. And I used to see kids playing football with pine cones wearing no shoes at his house. And they were the happiest kids I ever saw in my life. And how that shaped me is I love to talk to young people and help maybe be a catalyst that gets them a step ahead.
Nice.
Because I noticed early in my life that there's so many people that don't get that opportunity. So when I see them, I want to give them the opportunity and let them know that I'm as interested in their success as they are.
They are our future.
They are.
Yes, that's really great. And you talk about this board of directors of having, a realtor and a banker and all of that. It's not that they necessarily need to start a transaction with that right away, but they need to be around these people so when they are ready for those conversations, they know people.
Exactly right. And the thing about it is I actually, I prescribe that medicine back to myself. Even as a banker working for F&M, I have people in the community that I count on as my board of directors, and I think that that's a very important thing in the business world. And we're blessed in this town that, I think we said it a little earlier, we're only 2 or 3 people removed from knowing everybody.
Yes, that's very true in Augusta.
And we can grow businesses and we can count on the people that are closest to us for the introductions that we need.
Yes. Well, empowering the younger generation involves providing young people with the skills, opportunities, and support to take control of their lives and their futures.
Exactly.
So you're planting the seed with these people. It can be achieved through mentorship, education, fostering civic engagement, and creating inclusive spaces.
Exactly, and you remember Ed Pope, our CEO, has been here on the show. He and I and Nathan Strickland that works with me at the office, we'll go out to Augusta Tech and we do a program that tells people and teaches the students about banking careers and maybe opens the door for the kind of advice we can provide them too.
Fantastic.
And that makes us feel real good when we leave and get those smiling smiling people when
Yes.
they learn from us.
Absolutely. I had great parents, and but they weren't. They didn't go to college. They didn't think much about that. You know, mom and dad graduated from high school. They went into jobs and some blue collar things. Just that's the family I come from. So when I went away to college the first time, I bailed out. Even though I had a full scholarship, I bailed out the first time and went back home, and they were fine with that. But I didn't have anybody there to push me. I started working at a restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant pushed me to go back to school. And as soon as I graduated, she set me up with an interview with a company, which I got hired on the spot. Then she said, okay, you have a job, you have this now, you need a house. You know, and then she said, okay, now you've been partying enough, you need to buy appliances for your kids. So I had some mentors in my life.
It's important.
Yes, it really is.
It really is, and I've spent a lot of my time in mentorship roles, and my career has afforded me the opportunity to help people along the different parts of life, the different chapters that we face.
Yes, and you're helping confidence.
Confidence.
That has a lot to do with it. I know when I was younger, I didn't have the confidence to think I can do this, I can do. But if you have somebody that understands your strengths, that can help you grow, plant that seed and water that seed, give you the confidence, then you can get out there and make things happen.
They help you build that foundation of confidence that you need, and a lot of times that's the ingredient that's missing that keeps people from realizing their dreams.
Yes,
Confidence
exactly.
is that key ingredient.
Absolutely. Well, I need a lot of confidence to wear this shirt today. Obviously,
Very
I have
nice
that.
for the banker here, so thank you very much.
Absolutely. You're always a wealth of information. We can't thank you enough and thank F&M Bank enough for everything they do with our community. I mean, you just don't plant your store and just wait for people to come in. You guys are involved. You're out there. You're talking to people, young, old, in the middle. I mean, you're there helping anybody that needs help.
We're on a mission.
Yes, I love it. Well, cannot thank you enough, Michael Harley, for being here. We'll
Thank you
have
for
you
having
again
me.
soon. I think Ed's going to be on the show again soon. He
Absolutely.
was so dynamic. Everybody enjoyed him on the show.
Yes.
So, and I know he had a really good time. Well, check F&M Bank out. They have so much to offer you. Next up, I have an amazing fashion designer, Verlin Mackey. You want to stay tuned and watch what he has in store for you. We'll be right back.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home, familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
I'm Mark Herbert with Herbert Homes. Today we're in beautiful Thompson, Georgia, in a neighborhood called Bordeaux. Most of the homes in this neighborhood here are well below $200,000. If you're thinking about getting a new home, if you're downsizing, or if you're just starting off in life and want something nice, we're one of the original 210 warranty builders in the Augusta area. We're VA, FHA, USDA certified also. So please come on out to Bordeaux. I'll see you out here in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
I am so excited to share this next guest. Verlin, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being here. I'm going to tell you how I found Verlin. You know how you're on social media and those reels pop up, those TikToks? One of his TikToks popped up to me, and it sucked me in. And I told him earlier, I said, I've been stalking you like crazy. His reels, his Facebook, his social media. He is one of the coolest guys I have met in a long time. You're so awesome. Love it. And it has a lot to do with did you have a mentor in your life at all?
Not when it came to actually like making the clothing. Like I just started making it myself. I went to YouTube actually. And actually started looking up small things. When I started in college, I went to college and I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but like my second semester, I really didn't know what I wanted to do.
Okay, yeah.
So I actually sat down in my dorm room and started to look around and see things that I personally like, and I like to dress. So I started looking to starting my brand, starting to mess around with different things, do a little photo shoots here. Then I realized, I said, you know what, eventually I'm gonna have to get a sewing machine. So that's what got me to this point right here.
I love it. Okay, well, I love talking about young people and they're creative and moving forward with that. Let's show a couple pictures. I want to show you what I saw on the reels. You're at the Augusta Commons here, I think.
Yes.
And so he makes these reels, and some of them, they're meant to be a little funny. At first, I mean, it takes you a minute as you're watching the reel, then you realize he's kind of making a joke about some things. But here you are sewing at the Augusta Commons, which is really funny. The next video is the first one, actually, that I saw. You are sewing in the parking lot of the Augusta Mall.
Yes.
And I think the security came around and told you couldn't do that.
Yeah, it wasn't, and the crazy thing is, it wasn't even a problem. He was just doing his job.
Absolutely.
So I wasn't even mad at him. He came, he said, I like what you're doing. It's pretty cool. I love it. Yeah. But you can't really do that.
It made for a great video.
Oh, it was great.
It showed you packing up and stuff, but it showed you sewing there in the parking lot. I mean, that's really funny. This next picture is a video. I thought I thought you were tie-dyeing something or whatever. This was kind of a joke. You took these, you added the fabric into the water, and then you put it in a baking pan, you put it in the oven. Then there's a video of you watching your clock. I think you're waiting for it to bake.
Yes.
And then you pull it out, and there's a shirt made. So it was kind of a joke, but it was, I mean, you're so creative. You're so talented.
The reason why I did that was because I was making a chef jacket for one of my clients. And he wanted
look at you.
And he wanted a chef jacket. So instead of me doing it like that, I said, let's make it a little spicy a little bit and let's do it that way.
You like to tell a story, and I love that. Well, we have a few pictures of some of the things that you have made. You have this shirt. Tell us about the shirt.
That's actually the chef jacket that I made for him.
Okay.
So like I made him a chef jacket, and I also made him an apron as well. The apron he used to cook in. The chef jacket is what he used to present the food to his clients.
Okay, nice, nice. The next picture is this little bag. You made this little fella. How cute is that?
I had a bunch of random fabrics that I didn't really want to get away, so I decided to sit down and hand stitch that one.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, because you couldn't do that on the sewing machine. And then the last one, you had, look at all of those patches and things.
Yeah, a pair of shorts that I did. Went to a thrift store, kind of did a little things, got a couple t-shirts, cut them up. Made a couple shorts out of it.
Fantastic. You're very creative. Let's show the guests some things that you have here that you've made.
Yeah, some of these right here are some of my fashion show pieces that I've done. This is one that I made actually at the parking lot. This is a Van Gogh crop top piece that I have.
Okay.
This is a tiger piece I made with a bag and everything like that to go with it as well.
Wow, look at this. Yeah. Amazing.
Those are a lot of my eye catchers. I actually made that in 2019.
Okay.
So just some pieces I actually have for 2019. I like each collection that I do, I try to at least keep one piece to remember as I keep going on in my journey.
I love it. Where can people find your pieces?
You can find all my pieces on any of my social media. My Facebook is Verlin Mackey. All my other social media is Verl Mack. That's VERLMACK. And you can find all my pieces from there. Anything from Instagram to TikTok, it's the exact same name.
Very good, very good. Well, this is all great, and this is why I wanted you on the show. But as I was stalking you, there's so much more. There's so many levels to Verlin. You're going places, I can tell.
Thank you.
But I think it's important for everybody to know your story and who you are as a person. I mean, your talent is one thing, but what really sets you apart from some artists is you have a great story. You were born in Augusta.
Yeah, born and raised in Augusta. Elementary school, Meadowbrook Elementary, Morgan Road Middle School, and Lucy C. Laney High School. I was in the band in high school all 4 years.
What'd you play?
I played the bass drum.
Okay,
I played the bass drum, and I also played golf.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay,
I also played golf as well. I got into like the fashion thing. Like I said, I was in my class, my 2014 class, I was the best dressed superlative. So.
Wow. So
if I would have actually paid attention to things like that, I would have probably started this a little bit earlier.
Well, it's never too late, never too late. What inspires you for some of these art pieces?
I like to create things that's never been created before. I like to create eye catchers. I like to create things that stand out to people. I like for people to notice like the crazy fabrics, the crazy textures that I create. I would love for you to notice that like 2 miles away. People don't even know what you are, but they can see the piece and they appreciate
Yes,
the
I
piece.
love to wear some bold things, as you see here. I mean, sometimes I'm a little mild on the show, but I wore this today for you. You are a very positive person. You build your friends up on social media. Somebody might post something sad or look. You build your friends up, and you turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
That is amazing. You love Augusta. For example, a friend of yours was not loving Augusta. They were dogging Augusta, and your response was, Augusta doesn't need big city things to do. It can thrive in its own lane and grow.
Yes, I feel like Augusta is growing in the level that it's supposed to be growing. Everything doesn't have to be microwavable and real fast. Some things you just take to grow. Augusta can grow, make mistakes, and fix itself. I just feel like from where I was as a child to where I am right now is a lot of progression that's been going on.
I can see that. You've shared opportunities that Richmond County programs offers youth. So that's really
another
great.
thing that stood out to me as well. Certain things that the Richmond County system is offering now, they didn't offer when I was in school. So that's beautiful for these kids to have these opportunities to do more things than what I could do.
That's amazing. One last thing, I've got to talk about your mom, Violet, and I hope she's watching. Violet, on your recent birthday, you posted, next to God, you are the most important person in her life. As she was carrying you, she prayed first that you would be healthy, and then she prayed that you would be all that you are now, a son that makes her so proud to be your mother.
Yeah, I love my mom.
She's amazing.
That's my queen, right? That's my parent. Do everything for her. I appreciate everything she's done for me and continue to. I would love to be her shining light in her day.
Well, Violet, you did a great job. This guy's great. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Design Dilemma on the Signature Mike Show.
Come on, let's make this woman shine all day. Let's make this world with everything you say. It's so easy and so fun to feel this way. To feel this way.
The ultimate driving machine for everyone at Taylor BMW.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story. Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Design Dilemma brought to you by Stephanie Richardson of DNS Painting. I'm going to call this Design 101. I'm going to show you, again, a model home that I did, but I think model homes are a great way for me to help people, help them in their homes solve some of their dilemmas. I'm going to show you how I built a project, and again, this might help you in your home as well. And again, if you have an Airbnb or you have a rental property, maybe for the big golf tournament that comes around, some of this might help you with that as well. But on a day-to-day basis, I think this will help you as well. Let me show you a picture of this room. And again, it's one of those large rooms. We talk about these open floor plans. And I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm looking over toward the living room. And it's quite a large space, but we have to think about several things with this. As I'm planning furniture, we have to think about traffic flow. Just past the staircase up there on the far right is the hallway coming in, the entryway, the foyer coming into the room. And then, of course, if you to the left, if you go straight ahead from the foyer, you're going out to the patio. So we have to consider a traffic flow there. Again, I'm standing in the kitchen taking the picture, so we have to think about traffic flow around into the kitchen area as well. So I'm going to have to float some furniture. And with that said, there are some tricks of the trade that I'm going to teach you what you can do to float furniture, because things need to be grounded. You can't just throw things out and expect it all to work. It's going to not be grounded and it's going to look like it's floating around. The next picture will show you the first stage. I've moved back further into the kitchen so you can see that little rug I placed there. But that's the thing. We want to ground these things because I'm going to have floating furniture. So in grounding these, we use rugs, and this rug can incorporate the furniture in the room and help create sections in this space, because again, you see how open that is, that space right there. There's no wall and doorway. So the wall is completely open. So we have to separate and segregate these spaces a little bit. I used a more fluid pattern on the rug in the living room, you'll see there. And so I didn't want the rug in the kitchen there in the breakfast area to fight, so I found a plaid. And that is one of those vinyl rugs that I've shown you before. That works really well under tables, because if you have pets or children, you're spilling things while you're eating, that vinyl rug cleans up really, really easily. But that coordinates with the patterned rug in the living room there. You'll see the window treatments, I kept the panel simple. We pulled in some blue to unify all of it, and I kept the window treatment the same, both there in the living room and then into the dining room. You'll see that is the same as well. And that keeps it consistent. It keeps the theme kind of fluid. Works really, really well. And you'll see I've set the big, large coffee table down, which is one of those tree root coffee tables with the glass top. It was really, really nice. The next picture will show you the furniture in the room. So you'll see how that rug grounds all of that furniture. And I want to talk about several things here. I want to talk about the bookcase. We talk about bookcases all the time. One of the first things I did, I took some shelves out of the bookcase because there were just too many shelves, and that meant a lot of little detail that we don't want. We want to keep it clean. We want to tell a story. So I took advantage of that. I set a couple of vases, tall vases there on the hearth, you'll see, and I put a fireplace screen, so that kind of dresses up that focal point. The TV is not installed yet, but there was a TV that went up over that fireplace. I have a sofa. You'll see the back of the sofa here, and then I put a sofa table behind it, so that you want to direct your large piece of furniture direct toward the TV, toward the fireplace, toward your focal points there in the room. So I needed more seating. I could have done a sectional, but I felt the sectional would have blocked off our traffic flow we talked about. So I put two big stationary chairs there on the right, you'll see, against the staircase. And then on the left, I put a couple of swivel chairs that coordinate. And that way, those chairs can be part of the grouping of people talking. You can swivel and look at the TV. You can swivel them around and look outside to the deck area there. The next picture will show you the wall behind those chairs, those tall chairs that I have there. I didn't want a large piece of art, but I wanted to make one large statement, so I took a series of 6 pictures. And you'll see part of the problem, see that air conditioning thing on the wall? I can't, I'm always short for words. The thermostat. It was in the middle of the wall, so I couldn't put a large piece of art. So in doing these, I could group them together, make a big statement, and work around that thermostat. And then the next picture will show you those swivel chairs I told you about. You see that great coffee table. I've decorated the coffee table a little bit. I've draped something over. And then the last picture is just a close-up again of that bookcase. I know I get so many emails from people asking about bookcases, and this is a good case in point. You want different heights. You want to add some artwork in. Again, it's just very important to take some of those shelves out. You don't need so many shelves because then you have a lot of little detail. But when you are working on these open plan rooms, again, think about separating your spaces. Think about grounding your spaces. The rugs are really, really great about that. If you have a design dilemma, email me at mike@signaturemike.com. I love hearing from you. I love working through your problems. And I hope that segments like this help you in your home with your day-to-day living and your lifestyle, because we all live differently, and this has to work for your own home. So stay tuned. I'll be back with my fabulous guest for the day. We'll be right back.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. My husband Greg and I continue to hear about concerns about price increases, but we want to let you know we have always been focused on American-made products. We have the largest selection of flooring and lighting, and our commitment to you is to provide you with the best pricing, products, and workmanship. So come see where our company is the company that friends recommend. Hardwood Floors & More, so much more in store for you.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Welcome to Dink Pickleball on Fierce Ferry Road. Stop by our pro shop for exclusive paddles, gear, and apparel that keeps you looking sharp. With 9 state-of-the-art courts, there's always room for your next rally. Our private event space makes every celebration unforgettable. Refuel with chef-curated food, cool off with ice-cold drinks, and catch the action from our loft's perfect view. New to pickleball? Learn from the best with classes taught by our pickleball pros. No membership required.
Remember when a handshake meant something? At F&M Bank, it still does. Here, you're greeted with a smile, called by name, and treated like family. We believe in people over profits, and we're proud to grow with Washington and Augusta, Georgia, and all the communities we call home. F&M Bank, hometown banking, timeless service.
Wasn't that a great show today? So much. Michael, like you said earlier, people have kids and grandkids, and hopefully we have some young kids watching, young people watching.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, I hope so.
Empowering these people, and you can become a Verlin. Yes, and follow your dreams. I'm following a dream of mine. I have the Signature Mike Live at the Miller Show coming up the end of October. I am going to be singing songs that I've paired up with stories of my life. I traveled with original Munchkins from the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz. I almost died of a heart infection when I lived in Washington, D.C. What else? I dealt blackjack. I'm going to tell some of these stories. I was bullied as a kid, and we're going to be talking about that on the show coming up soon. And my younger sister would beat the heck out of anybody who bothered me, and there was a lot of that. But nevertheless, and my sister will be there that night, so you'll get to meet her as well. But hey, we have a great giveaway. We are giving away an X-Fire grill, the brand new RecTech grill, thanks to my friend Ray Carnes of RecTech. We are giving this away. If you go to our event page for the show, it's the Mike Live at the Miller, Signature Mike Live at the Miller, you will see a post, and all you have to do is comment. That's all you have to do on that post is comment, and your name will be put into a bucket, and we will pull out a winner to win this grill. You've got to be local, got to be locally. You got to pick it up locally. I don't know. You can be a cousin of mine in Kentucky, but you got to come down and pick it up. But anyway, make sure to check it out. Absolutely. So, any dreams you fulfilled from it as a kid?
You know, I think just living here in my hometown and being with the people that I've known all my life is a dream come true for me.
I love it. Awesome. Yeah. Well, check us out on YouTube, Signature Mike, and we loved having you on the show today, Verlin. Thank you again. Really great stuff. We will see you next time on the Signature Mike Show. Have a great day.
All right.